Hello, beautiful Virgos. Welcome to your June full moon reading. It is a full moon in Capricorn, the strawberry full moon. It is taking place tomorrow, which is June the 24th to the 25th, depending where you live in the world. So this is a full moon. So a couple things. It is a full moon in Capricorn, so it's really discussing a lot about, full moons are all about, the energy of releasing. And Capricorn is the energy of our structures, the things in which we can find our attachments to. And it can be even where we have, where we struggle with addictions and stuff like that, things in which we find ourselves, and addictions don't need to certainly just be substances or it can be people, situations, right? All sorts of different things. So really, that is what we are discussing, Virgo, within this full moon in Capricorn. So we're going to start with the Spirit Animal Oracle. I'm going to read this one. This is overall energy for this full moon. And I'm going to read the Oracle message right from the book because I love Colette Baron-Reid's descriptions here. And then we're going to get some tarot and get into it. So this is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Maybe you just got a lot of Virgo in your chart. Keep in mind it is a collective reading, so certainly not everything's going to fit with everybody. And it is a timeless reading. Do keep in mind that even though it is for the full moon, we are certainly not all at the same parts of growth within our journeys. So trust that when you do find this message, it was meant to find you when it found you. All right? All right, so Virgos, let us get started. Sun, Moon, Rising. What is the overall energy for this full moon in Capricorn for the Virgo spirit? Thank you. Thank you. The mouse. Tend to the small things. All right. The humble mouse pays attention to the smallest details, and mouse spirit calls you to notice the nuisances and the fine print at this time. In your eagerness to meet your goals and pursue your dreams, it is easy to forget the importance of clear communication and tend to the little things, including people's subtle signs that they are unhappy, as well as the small voice inside you that says, "This doesn't feel right." Take your time to sniff out what you need to know. Is there some details about how you engage others or operate in the world that is key to your success, but you've too rapidly dismissed it as nothing big or nothing special? Mouse spirit reminds you that what seems small may be important and more powerful than you think, so look again. Do not underestimate yourself or your potential for co-creating something amazing when you pay attention to the details. The protection message of this card is, are you too caught up in the details, micromanaging others, and stressing out because you want everything to be perfect? Are you procrastinating because you want every detail to be just right, and losing track of time and priorities? Mouse Spirit wants you to listen to your intuition that tells you that the detail you fear you are overlooking will only appear when you stop obsessing. Mouse Spirit will lead you Mouse Spirit will lead you to what you need to know. Oh my gosh, where am I here? Mouse Spirit will lead you to the nonsense you need to notice and will diligently work to support you if you take a breath and trust the guidance will be provided. Small gestures carry great power right now, and maybe you need to take action towards discovering what is going on that you may not be seeing, or toward mending a relationship or a situation. Ask a question, do a little research, and listen for Mouse Spirit's quiet little squeak telling you, look here and attend to this detail. All right, so that is the Mouse Spirit. So let's get into the tarot. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising for the full moon in Capricorn. Tending to the small things. So recent past energy here for Virgo. Recent past energy here for the Virgo. Thank you. Okay. Well, that was a lot. Let's Star, Eight of Cups, and the Tower. Current energy, we have the Empress. Wow, and the Queen of Earth. In immediate future energy. What is challenging the Virgos at this time with this full moon? We have the Two of Earth and the Lovers, as well as the High Priestess. That's the reason this is so important for the Virgos. Why is this so important for the Virgos at this time, Spirit? We have the Three of Earth. We have the Two of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Seven of Air. Wow, look at all those swords that are out in this reading, Virgo. There's a lot of swords are all about are all about higher thinking, right? And oftentimes our higher thinking, we must remember that our brain was designed to keep us alive. Okay, it's a survival. It was put there for survival. It's put there to keep us alive. So oftentimes when we go through certain situations in our lives, our brain will create beliefs and patterns and stories and truths that it believes to be true because of the situation at hand. You see what I'm saying? All right, so recent past energy, we have the Star, we have the Eight of Cups, and we have the Tower. Here there was blessings. Some sort of blessing was being offered and given to you here with the Star, because the Star is all about, the divine answering our prayers. The Eight of Cups is about having to let something go, some sort of emotion, something that was that you were emotionally hanging on to. The Eight of Cups is about cups that have been spilled, opportunities that aren't going to serve you going forward. And then the Tower is structures. The Tower is old structures and old beliefs that we have to allow to crumble. The universe shakes up structures that aren't going to serve us so that we are able to clear out things that aren't going to serve us, to go forward and build new structures that are going to actually build solid foundations for us in the future. In current energy, we have the Empress energy, which is so beautiful because the Empress energy is about the co-creation. It's about the being able to grow. The Empress is the divine feminine energy, right? And I oftentimes find her to be very much like Mother Earth, right? She has the ability to go and co-create and manifest the world in which she sees desirable, really. And the Queen of Pentacles is your divine feminine energy, Virgo. And the Queen of Pentacles in the immediate future, this is the energy of really, again, it's interesting that the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles comes out here, because that is the energy of nurturing. Okay, it's a very mothering, both of those are very mothering, nurturing kind of energies, in which your intuition is directly guiding you into that which you are co-creating and manifesting with the divine. Okay. Let's clarify some of this recent past energy. Can we clarify the Star for this recent past energy? The Star gets the Eight of Cups. Wow, look at that. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups gets the Hermit, and the Tower gets the Devil. Absolutely. You see, in this recent past energy, there was the need for you. There was emotional burdens, Virgo, that you were carrying. Okay, there was some emotional baggage, and it was that emotional baggage was tied to old beliefs, tied to old structures, right? Tied to old things. And they may have not even been beliefs that you actually believed in anymore, but they weren't anything that you had actually truly addressed and corrected within your way of thinking. So therefore they were still directly affecting the outcome of the situations, right? So here we have in the recent past energy, we have this reflection of self. We have these answering of prayers where I feel that there was kind of that almost that breath of fresh air that came to from the divine here, that allowed you this space and the clarity to realize what needed to be released here. Maybe it was that clarity that what you were holding on to was really truly just binding you and keeping you stuck to structures and beliefs that weren't serving you going forward, a life that wasn't going to serve you, probably something that was fairly toxic. When the Devil clarifies the Tower, oftentimes that's some sort of toxic element within our life that we have to release ourselves from. Okay? Let's clarify this Empress and current energy. Why is this Empress and the Virgo current energy, Spirit? Why is this? Thank you. We have the Ace of Cups clarifying that Empress energy. Absolutely. You know, and the Ace of Cups is a gift from the divine. It's an opportunity from the divine, something that is emotionally fulfilling you. It can certainly be new love. It can certainly be new job opportunities, but it's something that emotionally inspires you here. Something that the divine gifts you. And it's like that blessing of opportunity that's like, yes, okay, thank you. You know, this is what I've been waiting for. You know, and in a current energy here, I feel that there is just that emotional fulfillment here to really connect to what it is that you've been wanting to manifest. You know, maybe Virgo, you've had something on your mind that you've been working at and trying to manifest, and you know, and it was releasing yourself from old beliefs and old patterns and old structures of the past that's allowing you to actually open up to receive the blessings that are for you. You know? Can you clarify this Queen of Earth in the immediate future? Clarify the Queen of Pentacles for us in the immediate future, please, Spirit. We have the Fool, wow, and the King of Cups. The Fool is taking the leap of faith and beginning this new beginning. You know, and when there's so much divine feminine energy here, Virgo, within your overall energy here, I do feel that this is taking that leap of faith of truly listening to your intuition. When the King of Cups comes out with that Queen of Cups, I love the King of Cups because I love that divine masculine energy is all about the movement and the action steps that we take within our life. But the King of Cups, that is the energy of connecting those action steps to our emotion, acknowledging that as we connect to our spirituality, as we connect to our soul and to our soul's purpose, and really express our actions of life through that kind of expression of our, you know, through the expression of our emotions, you know what I'm saying? That is how we truly are able to, what am I trying to say here? It's all jumbled in my head. It's how, when we can allow ourselves the space to express our emotions within the actions, when we can allow our intuition the opportunity to actually express itself through actions within our lives. You know, our intuition has the platform within our masculine energy to express itself and what its authenticity is. You know, that is the energy here in which I feel you're moving into. And I feel that there is that leap of faith that needs to be taken, because there is that leap of faith to be vulnerable to what it is your soul is asking you to do. And your soul is going to always ask for you to express its authenticity. Okay, that is your soul's purpose, is to live its authentic life. Right? Our souls are what came here to live that divine purpose, that divine will, to connect to our own power, to connect to our own strength, and then through that serve the Creator and serve others. You know, that is that purpose of our soul. And see, and here I feel that is where you are taking this leap of faith. You are taking this leap of faith to begin to express self on a new level, tending to those smaller details of self. Right? Tending to those authentic details, even within side of self. The challenge here, and I do feel that the challenge here is to actually authentically express self. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the High Priestess, you see, and it's that divine feminine intuitive energy again that's messing with you here, Virgo. Okay? Where'd I go with that other deck of cards? Oh, right here in my lap. Why is the Two of Earth here as a challenge for the Virgos? The Two of Earth is about finding that balance within your practicality and your spirituality, Virgo. The two of Earth here as a challenge, I feel that it's finding that balance. The Hierophant, yeah. Finding that balance, one within, oops, hold on, we're losing cards here. Give me a second, guys. Sorry, the Seven of Swords blew away. So the Two of Pentacles, as I was saying, is about finding that balance within side of self, finding the flexibility within side of self, between your spirituality and between your practicality, right? Between the actual tangible work you are putting within life and the faith that you have within life. The Hierophant came to clarify it, that Two of Pentacles. And the Hierophant energy is about holding yourself to a higher kind of a more godlike kind of way. And that's not saying it in like, that's meaning, okay. I don't know why this story is coming, but there's the story of Jesus in the Garden of Agatha. It's the night before he's crucified, right? And he's scared, right? He's scared of what's to come. And within his meditation and his tears in the garden and that whole moment, he chooses to serve divine will. He chooses to serve the Lord's, to serve what needed to happen for him to serve the Lord's will, to follow his Father's footsteps, right? And that's the energy of the Hierophant. It's the choice that we have to live to choose to live the higher road, to make the choice to serve divine will. You see, and I feel that that's the challenge here, because oftentimes I think it's like either one or the other. That's why it's so challenging to balance the spirituality and practicality between life, right? Because it's a choice to choose to serve the divine here that I feel can be very challenging for you, Virgo. Why is the Lovers here? Funny. The Lovers is here as a challenge because it's the Hanged Man. And interesting enough, as I said, funny there, the Lovers, the choice that we were just talking about, the Lovers used to be, that's what the Lovers card used to be in original tarot, was called the Choice card, right? Because the Lovers is a choice of duality. It's a choice of blending energies. It's not one energy overpowering the next. It's a choice of duality and a choice of mixture. The Hanged Man clarified this. You see, in the Hanged Man energy is about releasing yourself from the resistance that the divine will is trying to bring into life. You know, the Hanged Man energy is about, in traditional tarot, the depiction is actually a man hanging upside down on a cross because he surrendered himself. Okay, he chose to give himself here to divine will so that the divine can work through him. And see, and that's this challenge I feel, Virgo. I feel it's very challenging for you to release the control of your life here and to allow your choice to be that of divine will, to allow your choice to be that of what the divine wants for you, to allow your choice to be having faith in which you cannot see. Having faith in your intuition. I think that is very challenging for you, right? Because I understand it's the need to want to control the outcome, the greater plans, the greater scheme here. And you're simply being asked to tend to the smaller things. High Priestess. Why is this High Priestess in the challenging energy here? The Chariot. See, the veil, the High Priestess is about seeing beyond the veil, seeing beyond just what is in front of your face. And see, when the Seven of Swords came out to clarify that mouse, the Seven of Swords is talking about illusions. And I think the challenge is here for you to see beyond the illusions, right? Virgo, I feel that I have this energy that you're just almost like blanketed by the bigger thing, that the illusions are kind of blanketing the whole kind of picture. And if you attend to the small things, you could see through the illusions, there would be more clarity. Because the High Priestess is clarified by the Chariot here. So there's great forward change and great forward movement happening within your life. And here it's about taking the reins of your chariot. Again, being in control, claiming your power here, Virgo. You know, and very much like we've been talking about this choice, the choice is yours. What is that choice for you? It is to choose to steer that chariot in a direction in which your intuition is actually guiding you and calling you. Maybe on the tangible physical planes you can't see the direction signs, but your intuition knows the direction signs. Your intuition is guiding you and saying, I know you can't see that this is the way forward, but trust me, this is. And I feel that that's very challenging for you right now. You know, and it's probably challenging for you because there's this imbalance. It's hard for you to balance that spirituality and practicality, right? It's hard for you to balance that faith within the divine, in that choice within. I almost feel that you almost just want the universe to kind of like make it so that you don't have a choice. You know, just make the outcome one or the other. right? And that's not how this works. Especially with all of this manifestation energy up here, it's up to you which way it's going to go. Very much so. The reasons why, look at this, we have the 3 of Earth, the 2 of Swords, and the 10 of Air. Because you are ready to build. The 3 of Earth is all about building new structures. This is a time, Virgo, for you to actually tend to the small things. The old structures have come down. They've been crumbled. And the recent past energy with that devil and the tower, like, nope, they're done. The old structures aren't going to serve you. So now the reason for you to actually find this balance within your spirituality and your practicality, your spirituality and the tangible change within your world, your intuition and your action, the reason this is so important is because you are now building new structures, right? The 2 of Swords, you could get stuck in a stalemate energy. It's almost as though there's a blockage before you. And until you release those old structures of the past, those old toxic beliefs, whatever they may be, until this 10 of Swords is cut from your life, you are going to have you are going to struggle trying to build new structures. Okay? Because you're trying to build new structures with the old materials, and that's not going to work. Okay, Virgo? In order to build new structures here, you have to get rid of the old materials, because they're not going to serve you here going forward. Yep, look at that. We have the 5 of Wands and the High Priestess. Again, clarifying this 3 of Pentacles. There is a shift here. You have to level up. You have to level up and really build with this intuition. See beyond the veil. That is the structures that you are building. And the 5 of Wands it's not easy change. It can be very uncomfortable. It can be very challenging change, okay? But it's worth it. Okay, it's growth that maybe is uncomfortable at the time, but is going in the long run going to be something that you find fulfillment in. Your intuition here, I know that learning to trust that intuitive guidance within inside of self can sometimes be very challenging and feel very uncomfortable. But I'm telling you, have faith in that intuition. Connect to this inner voice of self. Okay? You are building structures here that your intuition is guiding you to build. Okay? Your divine inner guidance here is guiding you to build. So trust that. Build that kind of relationship with self. Okay? Allow yourself to build that kind of faith within your own intuition. 2 of Swords. Why is this 2 of Swords? 4 of Pentacles. Look at that. This blockage, it can be the self-worth here. The lack of self-worth, right? Maybe you are struggling with seeing that you are worthy of these new beginnings. Maybe you are struggling with believing that your intuition can be right. But I'm telling you, that divine inner guidance is authentic to you and to your purpose and to your soul's guidance. So if you're not listening to your authenticity and your intuition, then whose guidance are you freaking listening to, Virgo? Right? You are cutting out those old beliefs and those old structures and those old toxic beliefs of the past here. Why is this 10 of Swords here? Page of Pentacles and Page of Swords. Yep. Because, Virgo, you are so much in this new beginning. You know, you have the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Swords here. You are learning new things. You are on the verge of beginning new tangible beginnings and setting yourself up to have new structures. You know, at the beginning of this reading, how we talked about, you know, your brain is here to keep you alive. It is here. It is designed to keep you safe and to keep you structured. Well, you're thinking the Swords element here, those old beliefs and those old thought patterns, they're to keep you safe. Okay, and here this is what's changing. You're releasing those old thought patterns. You're releasing those old beliefs. You're releasing those old stories that past situations have led you to believe to be true, because now you're in a phase where you are finding worth in your inner knowing. You are finding truth in your intuition and truth in that inner guidance. And the more you tend to those small aspects of self, okay, the more you tend to those small pieces of self, you will begin to see the truth within that and begin to understand that that is where this power of manifestation and co-creation is stemming from your inner truth, from your inner guidance. Okay? It's not about making these massive action steps. Don't feel that you have to be taking all these massive action steps right now. Okay? Just allow them to unfold in divine timing. Have faith that the divine is guiding you. Connect to that intuition. Give yourself the time and space to connect to that intuition so that you can see where these new beginnings are for you. Okay? I love it, Virgo. This has been such a beautiful reading. I've absolutely loved these full moon readings. We're going to finish with the Moonology on advice to go forward here. What's Spirit's advice to go forward here for you, Virgo? What is Spirit's advice for Virgo going forward? Spirit's advice going forward with this full moon energy. Spirit's advice for Virgo going forward. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Surrender to the divine, the full moon. A new romantic cycle begins, the new moon in Libra. Energy is gaining momentum, the waxing moon. Communication is key, the new moon in Gemini. And confidence is your key to success, the new moon in Leo. Well, Virgo, that was an absolutely beautiful reading. Thank you so much for being here with me today. All my love. Bye now.